Welcome to the True Mark. Demons. Are demons near us at all times? Or is, God with us all times? I experienced something yesterday. It was overwhelming in one of my properties. I ended up going there with the police and kicking out squatters and stuff. And when I went into the house, like the house was, recently renovated. I put maybe 30 grand into it. And when I was walking through it and what I seen was overwhelming. I have pictures of it. One of these days I'll post them just so you can see them. And the biggest thing is when I did see that, I had peace, but I also seen demons or didn't see them. I think within the people, what did that to that house was possessed by demons. People say drugs, crystal meth, but when you see something like that, it's it's far and overwhelming. It's like claws. They were clawing at the walls, and they had holes in the walls. They pulled the wires out. They did some phenomenal stuff. You had no running water. They were using heaters to heat the place when there's gas was on. The furnace was a new furnace, and there was multiple people there. And when the police were, chasing them out of there, where they had them in handcuffs and they were gonna take him out, and then I says, "Well, let's don't charge him. Let's just let him go." And but if they come back, I will have them press charges on them for breaking and enter and whatever else goes on with it. But what I was saying is like with the demons in there, even the ones were even apologizing for what they, not what they did, it's what they didn't know or whatever, and they were apologizing. And it was like a storm. I went through a storm, and in the storm, I should have been having a heart attack. I should have been furious, but I was at peace. And that's when I realized God was totally with me at that moment. And not just then, every day He's with me. But He had to show me that because I'm a believer, but to take me into a different level of belief. And so I had to see that. And do I hate the people? I don't like what they did to my place. And and I believe it's the demon within them, and whatever drug they used, it's a demon that controlled them to do what they did. If they're hearing voices, all kinds of stuff, and the damage is nothing. Damage could be fixed, but the damage within the person in that flesh, the demon, if they don't get taken care of and they get taken out of them, or are they going to be fixed? Only God could fix them, but I mean, they have to start, ask for forgiveness and do all the stuff that God wants them to do. And it's like the keys to heaven. If they did that, definitely that will save them. And God, it's all through Jesus Christ and God and the Spirit. It will take them out, and the demons can't live within them. And it's like what happened with me. I entered that place, and I should have been furious, and I was at peace. And that's God within me, and that's because of the keys to heaven. How I do it, it worked, and more so, it would work on anybody, and even the ones that live like that is phenomenal. Like, I mean, to see that is just overwhelming, and nobody deserves it. Nobody deserves to live like that. And the damage, like I said, it could go anywhere. It's like if they were here, or they'll try to claw through anything. It's they have writing on the walls, and they're telling like frequencies, like anything electronic, they could hear them, and go on. Like I mean, it's something else to see. And but I seen the demon within it. It's not them as a person; it's the demon within them. And the drug gave them that opportunity to enter them and stay with them. Because if they seen their friends doing that, and they all could see that claw marks and stuff in a house and still be in there, is furthermore, like, how could you be so lost? Like, how could anybody be that lost without that demon keeping them caged into that way of life? But also, God lives strongly within a person that's totally give their heart and spirit to, and the connection to it. Like, I mean, you got to feed the spirit in order to make it to live within you. So, like I say, the keys to heaven, it does feed your spirit. It gives you the keys, and it really are the keys. And I keep bringing them up because I mean, it works. It really does. And and if you're in a place, and like in a storm, and you feel the pain in your chest, or you end up with really major anxiety over it, it's because God's not truly with you. And maybe I shouldn't have to say that, but I mean, if He was, you will feel peace in any storm. And it means any storm is whatever you're in, a bad place, in a bad disaster. It means, like, if you're there, and you feel anger, you shouldn't feel any kind of anger. Maybe a form of sadness, I'd say. I'm sure I felt sad, but I mean, one of my friends told me that when I told him the story, he goes, "Well, you're in shock. You're in shock." Well, maybe there was a little bit of shock there. I truly don't believe that. I believe the Spirit of God took me through that walk, and took me out of that, and to see the next level, what's really going out there in our world. And when you see these people walking around lost and smoking that stuff, and it's the demon that's keeping them there. It's not that addiction. It's the demon, I believe, that's keeping them there. And the ones that are giving them that drug, they're no different. They're just as bad. But anyways, I keep going on and on with certain things like this, but I just wanted to share this with you, like, from my experience of what I've seen. And it's just, like I said, overwhelming. And I seen stuff that I wished I wouldn't have seen in a way. But I mean, if I didn't, I wouldn't be able to talk about it, right? But and even with the alcohol, and your people are really drunk, and any kind of a drug, the demons are so easy to jump in you and keep you there. It's not a good place to be, and it's unsafe. There's parties. I've been there myself. I was an addict. I was a drunk. Consistently doing it, and I never really seen it myself at that time, because the demons had me, grabbed me, and kept me where I was, and kept me down at all times. But God freed me from it, and Jesus Christ died on that cross so I could be forgiven, and I could grow on, and and become a better person. And I'm totally grateful to Jesus and for what He did. But it's up to me now, with the Spirit, to try to maintain and become a better person. In order to have that, I have to have fuel to my spirit to give me the strength and give me abilities to grow and be a better person. And I don't know, like I mean, everybody out there, like I'm sure you experienced something, but you can't grab you if like I said, if you're feeding the spirit within yourself, a demon can't stay in you. A demon has to leave. It cannot stay in a holy body. Or like our bodies are a temple, and once you energize it and you maintain it, there's nothing could go in it. So if only God and the Spirit will lead you into a better way of life, but also it will show you, demons out there and what they're doing. Like I mean, there's them people. You got to look at them just like yourself. It could grab you, no different from them. It could grab me, no different from them. So you need the tools to feed the spirit to keep the demons out. And I don't know what else to really say. Like, I mean, I know and I experienced God for the first time in a strongest way. And that's when I seen peace, and it wasn't peace. And that's God and Christ. Till next time.